Greetings from the BSC designer team. In the previous tutorials, we used initiatives on many occasions. Now, it's time to explore this function in detail. Initiatives are the action plans for your strategy. Strategic planning deals with a high level of uncertainty. To deal with this uncertainty, we need to analyze the challenge in detail, formulate and test some hypotheses to find out what works and what doesn't, and finally, follow the suggested action plan. Let's see how it works in practice. The starting point is to align an initiative with a specific business goal. Here, you can manage the list of the initiatives and create new ones. For less complex goals, you can simply note down your action plans in the name and description field. For more complex cases, doing a comprehensive analysis of the goal is a good idea. The analysis typically starts with a vague idea or a comment by someone from your team, like in the strategy meeting example that we discussed in another tutorial. What happens next? It's a good idea to formulate an initial hypothesis that stands behind the goal, discuss the success factors and the expected outcomes for the achievement of the goal, analyze and write down a rationale or the reasoning behind the goal. In BSC Designer, you can add records of different types to the business goal. This will give your team a much better understanding of the challenge they are working on. Assign some owners to the initiative so that the software can inform them about updates, add basic information in the description field, and link to the supporting documentation. Some stakeholders will be interested in typical project management questions, like what's the deadline, what's our progress, and are we on budget? In BSC Designer, you have budget and timeline fields for that information. Use some indicators from your scorecard as a progress indicator for the initiative. If you have all the details in place, including total budget, used budget, and aligned KPI, then the tool will calculate for you earned value, cost variance, and budget variance. If you have the timeline data for the initiatives, you can visualize them on the Gantt chart with all the initiatives, their dependencies, and progress data. On the Dashboard tab, we can also track the correlation between the initiatives and the performance of the goals. For example, here on the time chart, the initiatives with timeline data are visualized as the plus symbol. Move the mouse over the symbol to see which initiative contributed to the changes in performance. Another way to visualize the initiatives is the KPIs tab. Here, you can change the view profile to initiatives, and the program will change the display columns to focus exclusively on the properties of the initiatives. Finally, the initiatives can be a part of the performance reporting. There is a cost of strategy report profile that will calculate the total cost of executing the strategy using the budget and duration data of each initiative. There is an action plan report that will list initiatives with their owners and current statuses. You can build your own report profile or filter report data by the properties of an initiative. For example, showing the initiatives that are over budget or initiatives with ready for review status. We talked about the initiatives, their role in strategic planning, and how to work with them in BSC Designer. The initiatives will help your team to better formulate hypotheses, test them, and ultimately execute your strategy.